Why, hello there. I am Kevco Tweets, your co-host this evening, joined as always with.
XO, what's up? What's
How you
up?
doing, bud? How you been?
I'm
How's the
good.
week been?
It's
The week of
been
Superman.
it's been fun. I've seen
Yeah.
Superman twice, seen it on my phone a couple times. Uh, it's
Yep.
it's it's a
Completely
fun
legally, I'm
watch.
sure. Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
completely, of course.
Before we get into this, I want you to give your rating for the
I
movie out of
mean,
10.
10 out of 10.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
I am going to go as a film, probably like a 7.5. But for what it did to me as a Superman fan, how much I loved it and enjoyed it, it's like an 11 out of 10 for me. I can watch the
Yeah,
second half of this movie on repeat all day, every day. I did have this talk on Twitter last night with somebody about how the first half does feel like it's a bunch of like TikToks kind of put together. But I really didn't have a problem with that, especially the first time I saw it. I was just happy to see Superman on screen for the first time in
yeah.
12 years.
It was cool to see him do stuff.
Yeah, I just felt like it was a little chopped up, but we'll get into all of that. Yeah, Superman fan, I loved it, and like you, I've seen it 3 times in theaters and probably a bunch more. And I plan to hopefully. I can't see it in IMAX anymore because Fantastic Four is going to be a bitch about it. But
Yeah,
hopefully, I'll be able to see it in IMAX. Hopefully, they re-release it in the fall, which they sometimes do during the dead months of IMAX releases. So that would be dope because it takes me like an hour to get to my IMAX theater, which is not dope because I've seen like 3 movies in IMAX. So, but let's get into it. Okay, so you gave it a 10 out of 10. What
yeah.
is what is your favorite scene in the movie?
And that's hard, but probably the last scene where like he's talking
The
to Lex.
the
And
speech?
yeah, the speech was great.
Yep.
But when I think of it, the experience was so good from start to end. It's like, wow. And picking out one
Yep.
specific thing is hard because it was madness the whole way through.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even the beginning, I like that long scene.
Mm.
I liked how it began. I like the 3 decades, three months, 3 weeks thing that he did in the
I love
beginning,
that. The
explaining it.
scroll. Yeah. That was
Yeah,
dope.
and you just are put into a universe, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like boom, Superman got messed up for the first time. Like, oh man, and
Yep.
then we see the solitude. It's amazing. Like I first gave it like a 9.2, and I rounded it up to 10 because it's like I
Wouldn't
felt great.
wouldn't that be
And
like a 9.5 you're rounding up?
I try to
Round to the
give
square
things
numbers.
a
Do
10. So
do the
if it's
Zan.
a
Yeah.
tens are hard to give out.
It's
So
really
if
hard. Yeah.
if it's a little bit above a 9 and my enjoyment is like met,
Mm-hmm.
then I put it there. And my enjoyment every time I watch it, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
The
Like
fun
I
factor
had
is out of this world. The fun factor for me is like a 15 out of 10. I just have so much fun. It is like an amusement park ride at points. Like it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Enjoy it.
yeah, it's fun the whole time, and I could use like 20 more minutes. That was
Mm.
my first complaint, but
Yep.
then after rewatch, I'm like, this is very rewatchable,
Yeah,
and
especially
it's
for me this
smooth.
time of year. Getting home from work at whatever time I do, it's a 2 hour movie. So I usually watch TV for 2 hours, then go to bed or fuck off and do whatever. Um, so for me, it's like the perfect movie to throw on after work, especially after a bad day, which we've had a bunch in July because it's July and I work in a restaurant. As you can see, burn
Yeah,
myself. So it's a great movie for me to put on. A lot of times, I mean, like last night I knew I had UFC, so I just watched second half, and watching that speech again is just it's incredible. Absolutely loved it. Um, a funny thing too about that speech is I got drinks with somebody, a new person at work or whatever, and I like gave a similar speech about like because so many people in our business in our industry of the restaurants are just angry. And I basically gave the speech about how you wake up every day and you choose like how you're gonna react to the day, basically, which is similar to what Superman was saying, except I'm not an alien. It hasn't been
yeah,
proven yet, anyways. But yeah, I absolutely love that speech. That was like the first thing too that leaked online. I saw it all over my Instagram feed, and I shared it there and sent it to people. Because it's true. It really is a heartfelt thing for him to do, and that was something that James added at the last minute, and I'm glad he did. Um,
Yeah, it was beautiful.
so, but then crypto kind of comes in, and it's like I see what people are saying, where it's like you have this big moment of James Gunn film, then it kind of turns to comedy. But
I loved
so
it.
crypto is just so fucking awesome the entire movie.
Yeah, yeah, and
The
he
entire
got
movie.
kidnapped, and like
Yep.
don't raise your voice at him. Like, who's he
Yep.
think he is? And then he messes him up, and then there's that final shot. Like, at first they're face to face, but then like when Crypto messes him up, and he's like
Mm-hmm.
seen he's defeated with the
Yep.
Daily Planet, and he's like Superman's higher than him, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So of course we got Superman, David Cornsweet. He to me gave a solid 10 out of 10 performance. He's gonna be an awesome Superman for the next 10 years, hopefully, because you never know what Warner Brothers is gonna do because they've been bitches, as we all know, when it
Yeah,
comes to their superhero properties. But I think David Cornsweet's gonna be one of the poster childs, obviously, for this DCU. And going
yeah, he
forward, he's incredible.
he did everything right, and like
Mm-hmm.
you see him as David Cornsweet, and it's like, oh, this guy's perfect.
Yep.
It's just perfect all around.
You see
His
him
performance was
interviewed.
great.
You see him interviewed even way before he got the gig, and you're like, this guy would be the perfect Superman. Like,
Hmm.
what? What the hell? And I think it was our friend Cara that tweeted it out, or maybe she said in the group where she was a little bit nervous about him when she saw Twisters. Um, and that's right to say because he does not give a great performance in Twisters. But of course, the role you're cast in, he was a bad guy in Twisters. Like David Cornsweet's the type of person he should never play the bad guy,
Yeah,
um, at all.
he's
Um,
too good-hearted.
yeah, he's way too good-hearted. Like he's literally that guy that like Superman would in the movie, like save a squirrel, save a cat from a tree. He's just like that good-natured, good-hearted Philly kid. Um, so yeah, he absolutely crushed this movie. Um,
Yeah,
Rachel,
she was
hashtag that's my
amazing.
Lois.
Yep, you can't
It's
get any better than that.
either her
She,
or Betsy, but the issue is I had 40 hours or so, give or take, with Betsy, and I've had less than two technically with this Lois. But I think she's the best big screen Lois we've ever had, especially when you take into account the chemistry the two of them had.
oh yeah, it was very passionate. Like,
Mm-hmm.
whether they're arguing or getting along, it was just working the whole time.
Yes. The interview scene. I'm glad that happened early in the movie. I was kind of afraid it would happen before the last act. Um, and they both absolutely crushed that scene. And the fact that he's not even like a good journalist, like he only has the job because he can interview Superman
Yeah,
essentially. And he's like doesn't know like certain rules about war,
yeah.
specifically, because they see him because he's technically from America as somebody from America trying to insert himself in an issue that he should not be inserting himself into, and she's just giving him the facts on how people deal with that. But he's just like, for him, it's just he wants to save everybody. He doesn't want to let anyone die, no matter what.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful about that Tom King Up in the Sky book, where it's like, does he go out into outer space to save this one girl, or does he and possibly let people on Earth die? Like it's the situations he has to deal with on a daily basis being Superman. I'm really glad we got to see that in just that one 12-minute interview scene.
Like, it's too much. People want him to do everything,
Mm-hmm.
and he cannot do everything alone.
You
And
can't be everywhere. Yeah.
that was a big part of the movie, like
Yep.
them realizing like we have to be together on this,
Yep.
or we can't make the world better or just
Yep.
with one person.
Yep.
It
Yeah. Like
takes
at
all of
the
us.
ending, obviously, when he sends the Justice Gang to
Hmm.
Bravia. You want a Superman kid? You got an upgrade.
Yeah, yeah, it's hilarious. And we
That's
all thought Superman was coming with that flag in the trailer,
Yep. Oh yeah.
but it's more meaningful that he
Mm-hmm.
didn't come because they realized, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Superman is doing the right thing,
Yep.
and we should do that as well. Set the example.
Mm-hmm. Next person I want to talk to you about, Guy Gardner. How
Oh,
fucking great was he?
what a stud! Like, come on, like, uh, he's probably my second favorite character. Like, it goes from Mr. Terrific to him. He's
It's
just so
yeah.
much
I
fun.
mean, I think for both of us it would be Superman and then everyone else. At
Yeah,
least
yeah,
is how
of
I feel. Like
course.
the ancillary characters, the supporting characters. Mr. Terrific, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Guy Gardner was perfect. He was exactly what I wanted in Guy. That scene with them at the Hall of Justice, that when they showed the brief clip of him and Lois arguing, out of
Mm-hmm.
context, and this actually worked with a lot of the scenes in the movie that we saw in the trailers or we saw in the behind the scenes stuff. Out of context, a lot of them seemed pretty cringe. But when you watch
Yeah.
the movie and see Guy Gardner be like, when Lois is like, "Why does he trust you?" and he's like, "We're men of the cloth," or
We're
whatever he
men of the
says.
cloth. Yeah,
like,
that was
like,
hilarious.
yep, yeah, Guy
It
Gardner,
was
terrific.
perfect.
Even
Uh,
Hawkgirl, Hawkgirl needed more time. Um, but
yeah,
still,
that's a major complaint. Shayna didn't very much like her.
mm-hmm,
She gave her normal performance, but I thought
mm-hmm.
she was great for the
I
limited
thought
time.
for the time she was in, she was fantastic. And same
And
for Perry White. Perry White, very very underutilized. But
And Ron Troop,
yep,
like,
Ron Troop, yes.
didn't he
But you
have a
basically
line?
he had one line and you hear his name at the end. Um,
Yeah.
Speaking of that one scene where they ask Lois how many seats, and she goes five. Then she thinks about it. She goes, "No, six," knowing that Lombard would come along and not have a seat. That to
Yeah.
me was one of the funniest things when he gets to the goddamn airplane and he doesn't have a seat to sit on.
Yeah, he's terrified.
Yep. Yeah,
But
Lombard was awesome.
people were worried about it being overstuffed with
Mm,
characters. That was a big worry.
I did
And
not feel that.
if anything, we should get more of them.
Yep.
I want more.
Yep.
They didn't. They helped the story. They
Mm-hmm.
were in huge pieces to the story, and it was a Superman movie, and it felt like that all the way through. Even
Yep.
when it's focusing on the Daily Planet, Lois or Jimmy, like, this is a Superman movie, and
Yep.
it's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of complaints from a certain section of the fandom that you probably know what I'm referencing. They would always say, this would be in like February. They'd always say, "Why isn't the marketing around Superman? Why isn't the marketing around Superman?" Well, the teaser
Yeah.
trailer was 2.5 minutes, and he was in every single scene. Like
Yep.
people just complain to complain. A lot of the complaints that they were saying before the movie, they really can't bring up anymore. Um,
Yeah.
so that's cool. Um,
The suit didn't look baggy at all.
oh, the suit looked great. The suit
It
looked
was
absolutely
beautiful.
beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Big fan of the suit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the Hammer of Baravia. Uh, they never really resolved that in world, which is kind of an issue for me. But at the same time, I was having so much fun when that happened that I just didn't care, at all.
Yeah. It was cool for me. I thought
Mm-hmm.
it just added another factor, and it's like Lex doing some crazy Lex stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I expected that to be the Lex suit,
Mm-hmm.
but they did it, and I'm fine with that because now I'm waiting for something.
Yep.
Like,
I had an idea that it was going to be Ultraman, just because of the red eyes in
yeah,
the
yeah,
he has laser eyes. But then again, if it's the Lex suit, Lex could build that into his suit if he wanted to.
I thought it was Ultraman in there, but then eventually Lex
Lex would
would
take
get
it.
in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. But people, I really liked Ultraman, and it was like kind of bizarro, and then it was
Mm-hmm.
left on a note like, oh, what? Did he just kill him? Actually, no, because he's like Superman. He's gonna survive out there,
Yeah,
and
he's just
maybe,
floating. He's just
yeah, he's
floating.
just floating. Maybe Bizarro, he could become Bizarro, you know? He
He
looked
could.
like a good Bizarro. So,
Yep, he did. And of course, Bizarro is dumb. And Lex Luthor made it a point to say that he's just like you, but he's dumb.
yeah.
Um, God, Nicholas Holt was so good.
Oh, every scene, it was just perfect. And all he
Yep.
really did was stay in a room the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then he like took a trip to the fortress, and then he's back in that room.
Yep.
And he's just killing every scene. He got
Mm-hmm.
paid, he was the actor to get paid the most, and it
Obviously,
show
he's
it
the only actor with a
shows.
name. Yeah. Everyone
Yeah,
else is low level or like somebody like what's the name to play Perry White. He's not like
Mm-hmm.
a top draw. He's not going to be
Wendell
making.
Pierce.
Yeah, he's not going to make $3 million a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Bunk from The Wire was fucking fantastic in the limited time that we had with him on screen. Like that was the
Mm-hmm.
issue with like you got to make this movie 2 to 2:15, and there is a lot of characters. So if you go a little bit further than 2:15, it might feel overstuffed a bit because you have to use those characters a little bit more. So I feel like a lot of stuff was cut out.
Yeah, and James has like said a lot of things that he's cut
Yeah.
out of the movie, like when he calls uh a guy calls Superman a wuss.
Mm-hmm. Supposed to be
He,
pussy.
yeah, yeah, which is kind of funny, but
Yep.
this is a PG-13 movie, so we have
Exactly.
to. That
Yeah.
was just James having fun, trying like he knows he couldn't overdo it, but he
Yeah.
found a way to like overdo everything in a good way.
Yes. Yes.
And like I go back to this, my issue of it not being long enough on rewatch is like, oh, this is a perfect rewatch movie. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is this could be enjoyed multiple times, and I'm
That's
gonna
how I felt
feel
about Guardians 1. It was the same thing. 2 hours in and out. It's a great movie. Just throw on in the background if you're having a bad day.
yeah,
Um, it's great. And Superman finding out the real reason why his parents sent him to Earth. Obviously, that was based on John Byrne's run in the 80s. Um, Everyone knows that. It also happened in Smallville, so I was not too mad. But
yeah,
that caused a lot of anger from, well, mostly people that were looking for reasons to shit on the movie, anyways. Like, let's
yeah.
be frank.
I had some copium. I was like, maybe it was still doctored, but no,
Mm-hmm.
it's not. And
Mm-hmm.
Shayna told me she liked that creative change. I'm like, oh, I did, and I'm like, I guess it's not too bad.
I mean,
Like,
it
it's
makes
not.
sense. It makes
Yeah,
sense. You're from this civilization that is far, far, far more advanced than we are. Um, you have this kid that obviously in the yellow sun is going to be able to do amazing things that nobody else on that planet can do. Like to me, it makes sense thinking about like
their
why his parents would send
perspective.
him. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Like
uh-huh.
you can
Like,
keep Krypton alive, basically.
yeah, show them the right way. They say serve humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And it did say lord over and take wives, but it didn't say like do it as a tyrant. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like
I mean,
that's a
if they wanted
valid
to have,
one
if
for Krypton to like continue living.
yeah, if they wanted him to have multiple wives while serving, while ruling over us, they should have sent him to Utah, where the Mormons live.
Yeah, we don't know the Kryptonian customs. Maybe that's a
Yes.
normal thing.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
We never really know. So like the intentions may have not been like nefarious
Mm-hmm.
when they said that, like
Yep.
more of desperate because they're
Mm-hmm.
going to die.
Yep. Another person I think we should bring up a character. Um, Thanks again, bitch. Supergirl at the end.
Amazing,
Jesus
amazing.
Christ. Jesus Christ. She was,
Thanks for
yeah.
watching my dog, bitch.
Yes.
That
And
that
I
was
mean,
perfect.
you see why Crypto was so
Unhinged.
untamed, unhinged, kind of a
Yeah,
loose cannon. Yes, because
yeah,
his
but
owners are
for
wacko.
Kara, for Kara, that's the perfect dog. Like that's the perfect good
Hmm?
boy. But for Clark, he's like, oh my god, this is way too
Yep.
much.
Because look at how Kara was raised. She knows her parents. She can speak Kryptonian, like all
Mm-hmm.
that. Like she was not raised by some farmers in Kansas. She was not raised that
Yeah,
way. She was raised as a Kryptonian, so it makes sense as to why she would act like that. And
yeah, and they explain why she's drunk, and I
yep.
like that. And if you've read the book, you know that
Mm-hmm.
Crypto is her dog,
Mm-hmm.
and he alluded to it, saying it's like more of like a foster
Foster
situation.
situation. Yep.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is actually in the film, but he was doing that in interviews leading up to the film, which I thought was interesting. But it's
yeah,
true, which is why he knew when the dog was captured, he had to go get that fucking dog back because Kara
Yeah.
would have came back and gone
Uh,
scorched earth on everyone.
yes. She would
She
raise
would
hell.
she would have done what he was meant to do from his like she would have tried to rule over everyone, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, which would be crazy. But
um
she was
yeah,
great. And what did she have, a minute scene? And you could just
if
tell,
that.
this is going to be perfect. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be reading Green Lantern right now, but I've been reading Supergirl.
Mm-hmm. Have you been checking out the Eagly and Vigilante comic yet?
No,
Okay.
when it turns August, I'm gonna read Tries Hard,
Yep.
Peacemaker Tries Hard,
Yep.
and I'm gonna read that right after because the last issue comes out the 11th or
Yep.
so, something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna wait till then, and I'm just gonna read it in a night probably.
Yeah, I'm stacking them. I have all four that have been released so
I,
far.
I actually started the first one. Yeah,
Did you?
there's
Okay.
four. I started the first one and I got like more than halfway through it, and I'm like, I want more. So like
Yep.
let me just wait.
That's how I felt when I finished the second Mr. Terrific Year One comic. I was like, now I have to wait another month. Like, what the I'm like,
Uh,
this is why I was
since
anti buying month to month, but now I'm just addicted to it. So I just do it. Wait till like that arc of the story is over, then I burn through them. Like I'm like 3 issues behind Absolute Superman. I'm 2 issues behind Absolute Batman. I'm just waiting for these stories to kind of play out so that I can
uh,
just read the
I'm
whole
caught up
story.
on Batman.
Good, good.
I'm like three
Actually,
away from
I might only
Superman.
be. I think I'm only one behind on Batman because I read the Bane issue because Bane's my guy. So I read the first Bane issue.
See, I stopped at the Bane issue and I waited for the second one to come out to come, and I read it
Which came
like
out
2 days ago.
last. Yeah, that came out last week, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah.
So.
But we
Um.
were talking about Peacemaker. Let's mention his cameo in the
Yes.
film. Of course, he's there being a Superman hater. Of course, doing
Mm-hmm.
anything to try to stay relevant.
Yep.
And I'm excited to see. I hope he joins the Justice Gang. I know he's not going to, but
He's not gonna. They won't
he
let him in
deserves
that.
the shot. He
I think it'll
deserves
be
a
funny if he
shot.
spends the whole season like kind of as like a initiation, and then he just doesn't get the job afterwards. That'd be kind of
Yeah, he's
funny.
like, fuck you guys. But
Yeah. What James said about Corn Sweat 2 was pretty funny. Like he was like the two main guys I've worked with are like Chris Pratt and John Cena, and now I have this guy on set who's actually questioning things. He's like, it was kind of nice. Um, You know, it
yeah.
makes sense. I mean, he wanted to get his character right. He wanted to do every take multiple times. So they had the right takes
Hmm.
for the final product, which is nice to hear from an actor. I mean, the
Yeah,
days
he's
are
just
18-hour days, so like a lot of actors, as soon as this like director says, "Okay, that was good enough," they're like, "Okay, good." But it seemed like Cornswet kind of fought back on things. And he was like, "Well, what if I?" Especially in that last scene, the speech scene, he was like, "Well, what if I say it like this?" And then they would do another take of it. And it's like,
hmm
okay, well, what if I say like? Usually the director's the one who's like, you have to say it like this, or whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he
but
was the
he
one
took
that was coming up with the
initiative.
ideas. Yep.
He wanted to make sure he did it right. This was he's more of a TV star and like a
Mm-hmm.
side actor, not like, and
Right.
now he's put as Superman. Like, you are the main character of a whole freaking universe, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Main character of a whole universe, and you have to do your best, and he did all of
Yep.
that.
Yeah, he was awesome. The one thing I do kind of wish we got, um, no homo, but a shirtless scene so you can actually see the work he put in because dude was fucking yoked out of his mind.
It shows in the suit though.
It
Like
does show
this
in the suit.
picture right here, look at his biceps.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see that's just muscle. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's thick padding, but you still see his muscles crazy.
I
And
love that they didn't use a muscle suit over his actual muscles. They just let it be.
yeah,
I like that creative choice a lot. I know when the suit reveal happened, a lot of us were like, I don't know. But then again, they probably used the worst suit reveal in the history of suit reveals for the
I
suit
disagree.
reveal.
I
Like,
disagree. I loved it.
no, I mean, they could have done it, but they could have done, let's see, I think I got it. Yeah. Like, if they'd done this picture, it would have been way better accepted.
Nah,
Um,
nah, because they were just giving us crumbs.
I know, and
So
I
it
know
kept.
James doesn't care about that either.
Yeah,
But,
James knew what the end product would look
yep.
like. So let them hate, and then you'll see the final product, and you don't hear any complaints about the suit now.
Oh no, they have to come up with other things to complain about, like James saying about the whole Kryptonian thing being inspired by John Burns, and then people are like, well, he doesn't read comics. It's like, well, he said inspired by. He didn't mean he took the exact same thing John Burns did in the
Yeah,
1980s. He was inspired by that.
yeah,
If you look at the
yeah,
comic panels, that's literally what Jor-El says, is that he will rule over Earth. Um, so people just like to complain. It's the internet. I hate the
yep.
internet sometimes, but I also love it.
Yeah, they won't take my joy away from this, and it crossed 400 million in the box
Mm.
office,
And that's
and
the other thing they're saying is they're like, well, then I guess Black Adam was a success, and it's like, but it took Black Adam more than a month to get there.
yeah, we're
It's been
talking,
8 days,
yeah,
8 or 10 days, whatever it's been. Um,
yeah.
so
I seen the movie 10 days ago, and it's
yeah.
like, it's when we went to the 3D, it seemed like there was like parents and their kids, and it was really cool in
Oh,
3D. By
dude,
the way,
I saw
that
in
was
3D also. The Mr. Terrific scene
IMAX
was awesome.
3D. It
Yep.
was it was
I'm
wild.
jealous I didn't get the IMAX, obviously, but yeah, the regular
When
3D was great.
the Superman thing comes and the things are floating, it was just mystical.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
When I saw it in 3D, there's a group of probably 6 or 7 girls, probably lower high school age, sitting behind me. And when Kara showed up on screen, they lost their shit. Like they were like round of applause. Like it was literally like me and like them in the theater because my 3D screen is like it's a small screen in my theater. And they
Yeah,
lost their shit when Kara showed up, which was nice
that's
to see. Like they're excited
that's
for that
awesome.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, every time I went, like it was receptive good. People left happy.
Mm-hmm.
I know both
And,
times I left happy, even though I didn't get my comic that AMC said I would get, and they
bunch of
only had it.
bitches.
Yeah, I'm annoyed
Um,
about that, but it was a great experience. You
I
know,
don't
we
think
went
you
with
can
Zan.
see it here, but you can kind of see it. I did get the popcorn bucket with him shooting lasers to cook the popcorn. Um,
No, you did.
yeah.
I got the I should have brought it down. I got the AMC one,
Yep.
the Daily Planet one.
Oh, is
Uh,
the other one with the newspaper?
yeah,
Oh, that's the one I wanted. But we
yeah, I
got a
should have
Regal,
really
so
brought it.
I had to go to Regal. They had
We
that
went to
one. They
Regal
had
first.
buckets.
They ran out of cups, really upset, and I bought my thing, my bucket. It had a dent in the bottom. I'm like, oh yeah, can I get this replaced? And they're
Hmm.
like, we're out. But you can take this one on display. I checked it out. It's all good. I'm like, dang, y'all really out like that? Like we just bought the last ones. That's kind of
Yeah,
cool,
you
but like,
you live near people like where I live. Like there's nobody. Like they had an abundance of everything, which was awesome to see. They
um,
had every popcorn bucket. They had everything. They had
if you
T-shirts the whole
if you
time.
see a cup, send me it and I'll send you some the money for it.
I'll bring it
I,
down next time I visit.
I really wanted a cup. Like I wanted that really bad, but it's whatever. It's
Ours
whatever.
was I believe it was $30. You got a popcorn bucket and 2 large sodas with it.
Yeah,
Which is
our
actually a pretty good deal if you're gonna actually get the large soda because them shits like that's you're gonna pay $28 just for the large sodas and the popcorn itself, like at least. So that was a
yeah,
pretty good deal.
the popcorn bucket was only like $30 or
Yeah.
like $30 to $5. I'm like, I expected it. They said 30 to 50. I'm
Yep.
thinking one's going to be 30, one's going to be 50.
Hmm.
But I was pleasantly surprised. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, give
The
me that.
the bucket and 2 cups was 30, but I wanted that one, so I paid more. I think I paid 45 for it. And the guy was like, "You want me to put your popcorn in this or a real bucket?" And I'm like, "You know what? Just put it in a real bucket, and I'm just gonna bring this to my car because I
Yeah,
am
see,
not eating popcorn out of that."
I never bought a bucket, so I didn't know what to do. So I got the popcorn in it, and it
Yep.
holds a ridiculous
See,
amount. But
the
I had to
main
be
reason.
careful.
See, keep talking.
My thing had the paper thing. You could switch it out to crypto being the front of
Hmm.
the paper, and it got butter on it, so I had to wipe it off and stuff. But I cleaned it all out after the movie, and it's
Yeah,
nice.
my issue with this bucket in particular is this is how you have to eat the popcorn. Like I'm like, so you end up with like this
That's
much
exactly
popcorn.
how mine is.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's like
you
I'll just
had
take the
to
regular bucket.
eat it on its side.
Yep.
It couldn't be stood up, or the popcorn will fall out.
It's kind of a
But
poor design choice, but I mean, Most people I
There,
feel like, especially with this one, just wouldn't get the popcorn in it because the little figure on the side was actually in the bucket at the time. So I
mm,
was like, I'll just take a regular bucket and eat from that. And by the way, I have never once had a large popcorn at the movies. I thought
mm.
I was like done with it, and I was full, so I was like, I'm putting this away, whatever. Fucking get up after the movie, and it was like a quarter of it was gone. I was like, that is a lot of goddamn popcorn. That is a
Yeah,
lot of popcorn.
we were eating popcorn, and then we had a bunch left in the Superman bucket. We brought it home. I got one of those big popcorn buckets, like
Mm-hmm.
when you would have at your house,
Mm-hmm.
and it overflowed, and I had
Yep.
to get another container just to get all the popcorn that was remaining in there. I was like, wow, I've never seen this much popcorn before.
Well, at least you know if you're paying $18 for popcorn, you're not going to be hungry or need more
Yeah, yeah,
afterwards.
you'll be good.
Like when they used to do the free refills, like I never got it back then either. But I'm like, just thinking to myself, I'm like, Jesus Christ, free refills? Like I couldn't even finish the original bucket. But yes,
Uh, let's get back to Superman. What was your
yes.
least favorite part?
When it was over and I couldn't just stay in the universe.
That's real.
But let's see, least favorite. You go first. I gotta think about that.
It's hard, but I think Shayna doesn't like the engineer, and I don't really like the engineer either.
You know
She's
what?
all she's
The
all right,
stadium
but
fight was probably my least favorite, and that's probably because I looked forward to it a lot. But the
uh,
time and place it happened in the movie, like it was a cool fight for sure. But if I had to pick something, that might be it. Oh, excuse me.
I
Trying to
thought it was
think.
cool. I like
Like
the
it's a cool scene, but like immediately afterwards when he's flying up is like one of my favorite scenes, and they're kind
yeah,
of the same scene.
and
So
they brought up that like they're going to suffocate him, like
yes,
he doesn't need to breathe.
yep.
So like, what are you trying to do here? He
Well,
doesn't need to
they
breathe. He
did
could
say
go.
that he can hold his breath for up to an hour, but not with those in his system. So they probably figured he'd be dead in like 4 or 5 minutes. And he ended up not being dead. And of course, the engineer did not die. I remember the first time I watched that, I was like, wait, did he just kill the engineer? But then watch it again, they make it a point
Yeah,
to say
she
that
says her
she,
heart's
yeah,
beating.
yep, her heart's beating. Because I was also like, what about the Authority movie that we're probably never actually going to get, but I want to see really bad?
Yeah, James is struggling on that, and nobody's really
I
jumping
mean,
out their seats for it.
if you've read The Authority, which you have, and I've read most of that book, it could be a tough thing to crack for a movie
It's
going audience. It's not
yeah,
easily
yeah.
digestible.
We want Wonder Woman. We want Batman. Give us those, and then we could start talking.
We
I
want
love that we're getting Clayface.
we want Ambush Bug. God damn it! Give me
Yeah, and
Ambush
books,
Bug.
book.
That's who we want. Maybe on Peacemaker season 3. Who knows?
Maybe
But
you
yeah,
never
it's true.
know.
It's like he starts working on these projects like the Authority and whatever else, and people are just like, "Well, where's Batman?" I still think that he's waiting for the Batman Part 2 to release before he makes any decisions on Batman. I'm not saying
Yeah,
Robert Pattinson is going to be the Batman. I still don't believe that's
he's
true.
not.
If James Gunn thinks it's the right move, then it's the right move.
It's
I'd
not
be
though.
okay with it. I mean, it
I'm
is what it
not.
is. I would trust him because has he ever casted poorly? He is not. I do not
No,
think he will be Batman for the DCU at all. But I think what he's waiting to do is have that release, and maybe that will be Matt Reeves' final Batman movie. And then Matt will work with him with the DCU Batman stuff, as we saw. Matt's a producer on Clayface.
oh, he
Clearly loves the
is. I
character.
didn't know that. I
He
didn't know
he's
that.
he's the one that helped cast Clayface. It
Hmm,
was an actor that he actually recommended to James, from what I've
nice.
read. So yeah, he is completely involved in the DC Batman stuff. So I could see the Batman Part 2 being his last foray into a Batman film, maybe continuing stuff on HBO Max, a la the Penguin, um, do stuff there. Um, but we will hopefully be getting Batman news soon.
Yeah,
Which,
and
as you
James
know,
Gunn said
that's
that's top priority
yep.
along with Wonder Woman.
As you know, Batman. Even though I've been in my Superman era, Batman is my goat.
Yep.
There was a solid 20-year stretch where that was the only comic character I read. Um, but meeting up with you and talking to you guys when I really branched out and I started to read like other people, which is been a
It's
joy, to be
it's
honest.
been fun. Like
Yeah.
I struggle off for like I'm reading Batgirl right now, the 2000s run, the
Hmm.
Cassandra Cain, and it's an easy read. I was kind of surprised how easy, because I'm reading Supergirl 96 as
Yep.
well, and that's very wordy. So to
Yes.
go from that to Batgirl, it's like much smoother. But it's been fun bouncing around different characters. Like
Hmm.
it's really cool that I'm not constrained to Superman no more. I
Yes. That's
just
gonna be tough for me to get out of my Superman era, but I will be doing the Peacemaker stuff. I've already read Tries Hard. Um, look forward to the Vigilante Eagly comic, and
hmm
then after that, I am full blown into Lanterns and Supergirl starting in the fall.
yep.
Um, and I cannot
I
wait to read Lantern stuff. Jeff
I
Johns run. I'm
started
gonna buy an
that.
omnibus. I don't know what I'll be getting, but I have a
Yeah, I
couple of
heard
Green
the
Lanterns
omnibus
comics.
is
So
good. Other
I
than
had the
it being
same.
too big for me, but I
I
heard
was
the omnibus.
I have the same issue as you, where like I like to read in bed, and having an
Yeah,
omnibus is the exact opposite of being comfortable reading in bed, which is
yeah, a
why I use my
thousand
iPad a lot.
plus pages. Yeah,
Yep.
I've been loving the iPad. Like
Hmm.
I've been burning books out on that thing.
Yep.
Like
And you don't feel like you're like wasting your eyes looking at like a fucking, even though your phone, because you use Google's a little bigger than an iPhone, it's still a phone. It's still a phone screen. So like you're
yeah,
gonna be like zooming in and stuff on parts, and that's kind of annoying. But when you have the tablet, it's one of the greater reading tools if you don't care about the pages.
yeah.
I am now kind of obsessed with reading real books, so it's costing me money, which I don't
Oh
care
yeah,
for.
my
But
my um my collection's too big. I have to do
yep.
something about it. I brought the wrong Green Lanterns Corp run, 1 through 6, and they were like uh $15 to $18 each.
Yep.
So I tried to trade them in because they're just taking up space. It's going to be a while since I ever read them,
Hmm.
and they offered me $10 for all 6 of them. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
no.
they're. I mean, people give shit to GameStop about their resale, but comic book shops are almost just as bad sometimes.
Yeah, I was just looking for $40 too, honestly.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for much,
Give
but
me a
ten
third of what
dollars
I
is
paid for, or whatever. Yeah, it's like yeah. One
yeah.
character we have not discussed, Metamorpho.
Oh, he wasn't he didn't say much, but what he said was nice. And
When
it,
when he agrees with the name and,
yeah,
and
that was
he's
the
like, okay,
moment
you're in.
I'm like Justice Gang actually isn't that bad. It's kind
No,
of all right for them. And I
it
like
works
it.
because of Guy Gardner. Like if
Uh-huh.
Guy wasn't a part of it and didn't come up with the name, it wouldn't have worked. And like when he tells Mr. Terrific, you don't get a say in the name because your name's Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's funny. And then Lois cooked guy. That was hilarious.
Every time he doesn't want to do anything, he makes up something about being in his vows. And
Yeah,
that
yeah,
should be against your vows.
yeah,
That what should be what? And also, Guy
mm,
Gardner basically naming his body count was pretty funny too.
yeah. Oh
348
yeah.
chicks say otherwise.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Guy was. I cannot wait to see him in Peacemaker and Lanterns. Guy's awesome.
Yeah, I heard he's throwing F bombs.
Hmm?
In lanterns. Did they
Yep.
say that was?
He said he's
Well,
never swore so much in his life than when he does in Lanterns.
does that mean lanterns is rated MA? Because that's
It
kind
definitely
of
is.
cool.
It's an HBO show, so
I
it's
didn't
definitely going to be
really.
MA.
I didn't expect that totally. I don't know, but I love that. I love
Hmm.
that, and I heard it's a John Stewart story. They'll
Yep.
focus on him. Love that. And a problem that I had with the Superman movie was Guy
Yes.
Gardner didn't have the green aura. But
Yes.
like, I'm gonna have my minor problems, but that's not like going to stop
I
me
need
from
to think about
enjoying
that
anything.
because I read much Lantern, but you're right. He did not
Yeah,
have the
that
green aura.
that would just be cool.
Yeah.
And you don't have to question when he gets hit by something. He's
Hmm.
obviously protected by the ring,
Yep.
but like somebody may not know that or something.
Yep. When he says, what's he say? I should make a hammer and bash all of you
Yeah,
to his friends. And Mr.
yeah.
Terrific encoding Superman with the so you could track him at all times. That was one thing
hmm
where I
What,
was like,
what,
how do you do that? Like, how do you inject Superman with something or like put it in his bloodstream?
yeah, he has to be very microscopic
He,
because
you can't use a needle, so he must have put it in like his drink or something.
Yeah, something weird, or I'm thinking in the air.
Mm,
That's how he does it.
that's
But
a good point. He could.
his fight scene when they arrived at the desert base or whatever it
And
was,
that song plays. It's
it,
just it's
it
beautiful.
hits so great as he's walking out of his tea
Hmm.
craft, and then Lois is like looking scared. He's talking about Superman walking this way, and she's like, "Do you not see these guys surrounding us, telling us to stop?" And then like he just goes absolutely crazy. He puts a little shield bubble over Lois, and
And
she's like, "What the hell?"
the one soldier is like, "Don't worry, it's just the smart one."
Just
And
a
he's like
smart
the most
one.
powerful. Well, besides Green Lantern, but he's like one of the more powerful ones. I mean, third smartest man on Earth.
Yeah, those T spheres went hard. They were smacking everybody, shocking people. It was crazy. And he's throwing crazy right hooks, knocking out these people in armor. I'm like, this guy's cool. I can't wait to start his year one comic. I know
Yeah,
you've
year one's
started
been good.
it.
Yep, I'm 2 issues in. Like I said, I wish I waited. It's only going to be 6 issues, so that's kind of perfect. I'm assuming that'll be out. The full thing will be out in the spring or whatever. Um,
Yeah, I think they're
but
on
yeah,
four, aren't they? Four or three.
they're on three. Might have released. I because of work, I only get to my shop like once a month, um, to see my pull folder. But yeah, they might three might be releasing this week. I feel like I
It
got
might be.
two recently.
I just checked the comic leagues or whatever it
Mm-hmm.
is that tells you
That's a
what
great app.
DC's
Yep.
it tells me like what's releasing on this day for DC
Much
Comics.
much like Letterbox, I have to do a better job at logging on that app because like I always put stuff
Oh
like my
yeah,
poll or
I
whatever, but
don't
I never log anything.
I haven't logged anything either. I was going to I should have during this whole Superman journey to
Mm-hmm.
just look back and be like, wow, look at all that.
Mm-hmm.
But alas, I did not do that because I was lazy. Anytime I wanted to do that, I was like, I could be doing something else. I could be reading more. Matter of
You could
fact,
be. Yes. But yeah, movie is fantastic.
it's
I
super.
can't wait. It is super. I cannot wait to live in this world for however long we're allowed to, depending on WB. But I think that say James, his contract is due up next year. So say they replace him, he's already got it started to a point where I think if they replace him, they can keep doing the same type of stuff. Like I love the lived in universe. I love that. I mean, Star Wars, Game of Thrones. That's what
Hmm.
we got with those two. Two of my favorite things of all time, and Star Wars is even more toxic than fucking comic books right now. It's insane.
Yeah.
But I love the lived in universe. And say James gets taken over, but say they let somebody else take over. He's already built enough of a nice building block to
Hmm.
where that person can then take it using data core and sweat
And,
using
and
whoever else.
the reviews for Superman are so positive. It kind of feels like
Mm,
it won just because of that. Whatever it does in the box office, it's like
right.
it made past its budget. Like as long as it's well received, I know. Like look at them. How much money have you spent on Superman, Kev?
I don't want to talk about it.
Exactly. And it's like if it just feels
This
successful.
was like $50 itself. This little guy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Um.
I got the crypto one with
Yep.
for $40. Then I got the mega figure of the kaiju. Rest in peace, his kind little soul. The kaiju, I really wanted him to go to a zoo, and I know Clark did too.
Yep.
But Terrific was like, this guy, come on, go for his eyes.
Yep. Yeah, the kaiju was very cool. The whole movie,
Just
it
so
really
many
did feel like
elements.
it felt like a comic book.
Yeah. I was going to. I meant to make
Like
that a
it really
point.
does. Like I know I made like the beginning kind of feels like one shots, like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Like it felt like the Fleischer cartoons, which is fine. I love those. Grew up on them, but at the same time, it also feels like okay. I just finished. I'm 15 minutes in the movie. I just finished the first issue. All right,
Hmm.
now I'm 35 minutes in the movie. I just finished the second issue.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
like that really is how it felt to me.
If it
Especially as I've
re-
been reading a lot more than just Batman.
if it released as like a little comic,
Yeah.
then like you'd pick it up and be like, "This is one of the greatest Superman comics ever."
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
this is so cool.
the first section would have been ending with the Hammer Bravia basically taking off his mask and showing you it's Ultraman.
Hmm.
Um, so
Yeah,
yeah, I
exactly.
enjoyed that. All the stuff, the Pocket Universe, another
Hmm.
very comic booky
You
thing.
could explore a lot. You got black holes out here. You have
Yep.
like what was it, chaotic rivers or whatever they called it.
Mhm.
There's it had everything. Super sci-fi.
How am I going to repel? I don't know. Maybe it comes through your circles.
Circles.
Circles are flat. These are T spheres.
He got frustrated about
Like
that.
he is like he's hilarious, but he's the straight man, so it makes it even funnier. Um,
Yeah.
which is why I can't
He's
wait to see David and whoever they cast as Batman won't be Alan Richardson. I can't wait to see them interact because that should be fucking gold.
yeah. That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see Batman, but I'm also not holding my breath and I'm enjoying what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to hear Wonder Woman news. I could be patient on my favorite character as long as you're gonna get there. It's just like
Right.
you better
Exactly.
get there. This is called faith that we're having.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I didn't have that before. They kind of shattered it, but it's
I mean, I
I
did
believe. I'm a
ish.
believer.
I mean, when everything happened before, it was really tough for me because, like, you know me, I love Man of Steel. I love Henry. BVS to me made some of the worst decisions you could do in the second film in the cinematic universe. I get it. I didn't know Zach's plan or whatever until later. Um, so that whole thing is just it's going to be someone needs
It's
to make a documentary about the
pre-crisis.
DCEU. Somebody needs to make
Yeah,
a documentary about that shit and make
yeah,
sure you can get Zach on, make sure you can get Henry on, make sure you can get Ben on, and just talk about it because that could be an incredible documentary on like what went wrong. Um, obviously
yeah.
it'll shit on WB a bit, which is fine. I
You
don't really
think
care.
you think Zack Snyder liked Superman?
He said he's seeing it next weekend. Um,
Next weekend he didn't
his
see it.
kid is what's he play lacrosse I think, and he was in some college lacrosse tournament this weekend. But he said he's
Mm.
going to see it in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I don't think we'll know. I don't
Yeah,
think he'll post about liking it. Because remember he posted about going to see Blue Beetle, but he never said if he liked it or not. That's if
yeah,
he
yeah,
actually went. Um, but I should hope if you're a Superman fan that you at least get some enjoyment,
yeah.
which
We got the
brings me up to the last scene. When they play the message from his parents, I did shed a tear in the audience. Um, as you know, I've lost my mother, and just like
mhm,
him, just going through his childhood again with the parents that actually
had
like
an
what
impact.
exactly. But I don't think he knew they had the impact they had until he talked to his
Hmm.
dad. Because even in that scene, it almost seemed like you guys aren't my real parent. Like you did, like you raised me, but like that's not his real parents. And he always believes his real parents sent him there for hope, sent him there to do the best thing he could. But when he has the talk with his father, and his father says, parents aren't meant to tell you what to do. Like we're just there to guide you and let you mess up until you figure
Hmm.
stuff out on your own. I think that's when he realized that was the moment that he realized that all the lessons that he was taught growing up by the Kents, everything they instilled in him, that's why he does what he does. Not because of a message from his parents he never met,
Yep.
from the planet that he never remembered, that was blown up. Like I think to him that was the message. And
He
Paula
needed
Kent
that.
was fantastic. He especially at that point in the movie, he needed that to be able to go out and do what he does at the end of the movie when he takes out all the raptors, which I love that scene where he gets them
Yeah,
all
that was
wrapped up
insane.
and then he spins out and then they
Yeah.
pan to the S on his chest and then he just goes fucking full bore on them with the laser eyes and he's holding back the entire time because he doesn't want to kill them.
You see them fall and they're all groaning in pain.
Yes,
Mm.
and he's basically treating them like insects. Like, get the fuck off me! Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Um,
out of my
that was
way.
great. Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah, and
Um,
the song at the end, that song, I've been listening to that song every day.
it's Iggy Pop, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's a
Punk
great
rocker,
song.
yes I am.
Yep.
Like every morning I put that on. I love that with the slides. It was just
Had
a
Had you
beautiful.
ever heard of it before?
I've heard the song, but
Okay.
I didn't
It
know
didn't mean
of it.
anything to you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I like I knew the instrumental more because I've heard the instrumental,
Hmm.
but never really had an emotional tie to it. But
When
it's
when I
such a
get
good
down to
song.
the point where this fall, when I lock in on trying to make some music stuff, I should see if I can sample that and make it sound halfway not retarded, because that song
Yeah,
is really good.
yeah.
I'd
I
love to
think I've
like use that to sample.
yeah. It's a great beat, great song. It's been caught in my head forever. But this movie just makes you feel so good. Yeah,
It
I don't remember the last movie that made me feel like this because I don't think there was one.
it's
And
been a long time for me. I can't even like. There's no movie that I can think of where I got out of the movie and I felt like trying. And I know like movies. Technically, you shouldn't learn this from a movie, but like where you get out of a movie and you're like, I need to be a better person, even if you're the greatest person. Like I need to try to be better because Superman is that aspirational character,
hmm
and I think that part of the character, like for somebody that loves Man of Steel, you don't get that leaving the theater. You don't get that after you
I don't
watch it.
know.
You sit
It's
down,
just
you after the movie, you're like, okay, I really enjoyed my time, my 2 hours and 25 minutes with that film. With this, you get out and you're like, can I like save a dog or something? Like, can I like
yeah,
do something
yeah,
with my life that's
yeah. Is there
not
any good I
meaningless?
could do?
Like, can I like fucking
Yeah,
sign up for Goodwill or like go on one of those expeditions where you're like building homes for fucking third world countries in Africa? Can I do that with my life for the next 6 to 10
yeah.
months?
I just want to be kind to everyone. Not gonna lie,
Yeah,
like
and it's true. Like that carries over into my everyday life. And it really
yeah.
began when I started reading Superman intensely
Y-
about 2 years ago. Like I was like,
And
you know what? Like, try to be a better person. Don't be so much of a bitch at work. Like, try
yeah,
to do
yeah.
good. Like,
Just like you, I didn't read Superman.
yeah,
I liked the character, but I wasn't like in love with the character till
yeah,
my mindset, the ideology of like
yes,
gratitude
mm-hmm,
got introduced in my life, and it really helped my depression. Now
yep,
that I relate to Superman, I just enjoyed the heck out of some books that I've read, but I was like, eh. But now I see differently. I'm like, this message is awesome.
mm-hmm,
Everybody needs to inject it.
yep, yeah.
Opium.
I mean, I work with so many people that are just angry all the time at work, and like, I get it. Like, our job is not the easiest thing on the planet, but like basically, like one of the guys was complaining the other day, and I was like, listen, I was like, life is 10% what's thrown at you, 90% how you deal with it. I was
hmm
like, I know somebody literally the week Superman happened. I told you this. A friend of mine was found dead, and I was like, he's 38 years old. Like he checked out fine his last physical he got. Like you have to appreciate. Like there's much worse situations you could be in than God forbid you're making good money, getting paid to work. Like
Yeah.
there's
What
much
does
worse
being
shit.
angry do?
Yeah, it
Does
does
that
nothing.
help you?
It's
Is
gonna be
it?
worse. Like
It's gonna be worse.
you can control the temperature when you walk in the room. Basically, is how I think of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and if you come in at 99 degrees, you're gonna be at 99 degrees the entire day. You come in at 70 and you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Which
what did Jalen Hurts
probably why
say?
people like me.
Control the. He is the thermostat, not the thermometer.
That was the Jalen Hurts thing.
Yeah,
Yes. Um,
yeah,
Backdoors didn't even know I was doing a Jalen Hurts comment there, but yeah, it's true. Like you can
yeah.
control how you see the day, how you feel with the day,
And
and
a lot of people will argue that, like, because I have depression, but
mm-hmm,
I don't have to act like a sad sack of shit. I could be
mm-hmm,
happy and just enjoy life still. And some
100%.
people just give in to the sadness and dread
Mm-hmm.
around them that they just need to see the light, just
Yep.
smell the roses.
Yep.
Like just be happy, be kind.
Yep.
Just
Like
that's punk
it's
rock.
it's honestly way easier to be kind than be pissed off because when you're pissed off, you feel like shit yourself. But if you
Yeah,
at least try to be happy, try to strive for better,
mm-hmm.
then hopefully that catches on with somebody else. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, it just
So,
makes you feel good, and if it makes somebody else feel good, that also makes you feel good. It's a win-win situation to
mm-hmm,
be a kind person. Like,
absolutely. Yeah, you really can't go wrong with that.
mhm.
So we're coming up on about an hour. Do you have any last thoughts on this movie?
um, I don't know last thoughts because I'm gonna watch it a million more times. I'll
I
probably
want to watch it
have
right now.
a million more thoughts about it. But like you said, it's a great comic book movie. It's one of
Mm-hmm.
my favorites.
Yep.
I don't want to let the hype speak. So like I'll wait to place it wherever I place it on my list because right now
Right
it's
now
up
it's
there.
right now
It's
it's
up
up there.
there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
my top 25 comic book list on Letterboxd, and I'm not putting it on there until at least see the 4K
Yeah, yeah.
of it.
I got that pre-ordered.
You pre-ordered it too? Nice.
Yeah, the limited edition steelbook on
Yep.
Amazon.
Yep.
It went up for a day, then it went out of stock. I'm like,
I sent it
I'm
to my cousin's husband, and he goes, "It's fucking out of stock already." I'm like, "God damn it!" Like I sent it to him like 20 minutes after I reserved my copy.
luckily I was in the DC chat when Zan sent it, and I was like, "Oh, word!" And I pre-ordered it right away.
Mm-hmm.
$38, not bad.
Nope.
But lock me in, Amazon.
What do you watch your 4Ks on? Do you watch it on the PS5?
So I don't watch them at all.
You'll use the digital code.
No, not really. I just don't use them at all. But I will with this, and I will use the PlayStation 5. I'll
Okay.
set up on the 62-inch in my
Yep.
parents' room and in the family room it is, and then watch it there
Nice.
because
Nice.
I never like opening them. I have this like weird thing about me. I don't want to open it,
Mm.
but I'm going to open it, and it's gonna look
Should have got two
beautiful.
copies, one to open and one not to open.
Well,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I'm a nerd with movies, so like I've been building my 4K collection,
Hmm.
which is mainly because I can't consider myself a cinephile if I don't have a 4K collection. Because most of the times, like you get the digital, and they don't do the aspect ratio changes and stuff. Like literally on the Center's 4K, there's a sticker like this big that's like has all the ratio changes, blah 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 blah. And so like a few years ago when I got my OLED, I went out and I actually bought like a $500 like 4K player. After doing some research because them shits are expensive. Um,
Yeah, I searched them
so
up, and I'm like, hold up, can my PlayStation do this? And I'm like, it does do
it
this.
it
Awesome.
can, but it doesn't have like Dolby and it doesn't have like the best, but like it does work, so which is
See,
great.
I don't have crazy sound. I
But
don't have
like
a sound system, so
I bought a TV specifically to like for this
watch
reason, so I could
movies.
build a 4K collection. And like all of Nolan's movies, although they did get added back later when you bought the Dark Knight trilogy on iTunes, they didn't have the aspect ratio changes. I believe they do now. They changed that. But like Oppenheimer, if you just bought the digital one, it doesn't have the IMAX ratios,
Dang.
which is an injustice to that movie because I
Yeah.
can't watch that movie without them. And Sinners is the same thing. I wanted it for the ratios and most of Denis Villeneuve's movies. Like, there's always certain directors I'll
Oh,
make sure I got get
I heard
4Ks for. So
Sinners ended its theater run, and I'm thinking, wow, it's on streaming and it's been in the movies for this
yeah,
long. I didn't even know that.
it
When do
ended
you?
last week, I
How
believe.
long is Superman gonna stay? You think, like forever?
I think it'll be on digital and still in theaters at the same time.
Yeah, I
The
think so
Batman
too.
was, and the problem with the Batman is they announced it coming to HBO Max before it even went to theaters, um,
Yes, yes. It was
which
like
is a
a
mistake.
month later, I
Yeah,
think.
it was
Uh,
46 days afterwards. It came out.
yeah,
Um,
and I was like, I'm just gonna wait for that.
Jurassic did the same exact thing. Jurassic, the day it came out in
August 5th.
theaters, they announced the day it came out in theaters that it would be on digital platforms on August 8th, not 5th, the
Yeah.
8th.
Oh, I
Which
was
is
close.
insane. Um, like why would you do that? Like, because if you're a
I'm not
regular
going to
Joe,
see that.
if
I
you're a
was going.
regular Joe, and you're like, I watch movies mostly at home, but if like Superman looks great, I'm gonna go to the theater to watch it. But then you see, oh, Superman's gonna be on digital August 11th. why would you be like, oh, then I can just wait, or oh, I can go to
Yeah.
like you'll just wait because you're used to watching movies at home anyways. You have your snacks here, you have your favorite TV, you have your favorite seat. But if
Hmm.
you don't announce it, then it might force people to actually go out in the theaters and see.
Yeah. But,
So we just passed 400 million. Where do you see this film ending up?
I
Say it
don't
goes.
want.
Say we'll
I
say August 20th. It's in theaters still, which
I
isn't
don't
that
want.
long.
I don't want to say it because my expectations were extremely high, and if it does make it to what I think it will,
Okay.
then that's the ultimate win.
Okay.
I won't speak it out loud.
I
But,
normally don't care about how much a movie makes. In fact, I've never cared until now. And that's mainly because of all the negativity surrounding a character that should have zero negativity surrounding him.
mm-hmm.
Um, so I know I've told you this before. When James announced that he was doing Superman back in January 23, I posted 900, bookmarked this. So I'm just going to stick with that figure. That was before I saw anything. All I knew was James Gunn was doing the movie. So I'm going to
I'd be
stick with
happy
that
with that.
because like 200 and something people bookmarked it. So I don't want that coming back on me at all.
You
At
chose you,
all.
you chose that hill, so
I did.
I
I
respect
mean,
it.
it may have
I'm
run a
up there
helped,
with
but
you.
but I was like, you know what? I was like
Yeah,
900 million.
yeah, you got that hopium in you, and like
Yep.
I don't. It doesn't need to perform ridiculous. Seeing the overwhelmingly good response to the
Mm-hmm.
movie should be enough.
I should hope. And I'm sure whatever it makes, Warner Brothers and DC Studios has a number in their head where it's okay.
Hmm.
And I hope that number is like on the low side of 600. I think
Yeah,
it's
so
gonna.
that's
I think it'll blow past 600. We're at 400 now. I know Fantastic Four comes out, but if you make a good movie that gets good word of mouth, people
hmm
will see it. We saw that with the Pixar movie. Was it last year or the year before? I'm blanking on it, but like it came out and it absolutely. I think it made like 40 million first weekend, and they were like, "This movie's a bomb," but it kept making 40, and then it would make 35, and then it would make
yeah,
37, then it would make 40 again, then it would be like 50, then it would go back to like 30s. And like it was in theaters for like 2.5 months, and all of a
yeah.
sudden they made a profit
Well,
because
the
of word of
longevity.
mouth.
I see a lot of people going to see it multiple times. This is the
Yep.
first movie I've seen in the theater multiple times, and
It's
it
the
was
first since the Batman for me. I saw that 3 times. Before that, I saw BVS 3 times. I'm trying to think of other movies, but yeah, for the most part, it's been like this is a movie where people seem excited to go back. They seem excited
hmm
that Superman's back in theaters, which is a great feeling. Movie brings so much hope and positivity, which I think everybody needs in their daily life, especially if
yeah.
you go on the internet and you see these miserable fucks every
Oh,
day.
let's bring up the super shit with the monkeys. We forgot to bring
Yes,
that up. That was
yes,
awesome. Like,
yes.
we should have brought this up earlier, but like that was everything. That now is a meme that we could use forever whenever we see some bullshit.
Yep.
Just like,
That in the one picture of him holding his phone, like what the fuck? I've already
hmm
used that like 6 times. Like
yeah,
that's a great photo to just have in your collection to use whenever
yeah,
somebody says some sucker shit to you, and you're just like, huh?
yeah. And what was cute, after those monkeys were free, they were playing with crypto at the very end.
Oh my god, yeah, they were chasing around
Oh,
crypto, and he was chasing them. Yeah.
yeah, that was super cute.
How long have they been together? I don't know, 3 months or so. I thought
Yeah,
so. So now everyone thinks that Lois is with
yo,
Superman, but doesn't know she's with Clark, which is going to play
Jimmy
out in the
gets
future.
so much play. Like,
Oh yeah,
dang,
we barely even talked about Jimmy, and the
Jimmy's
fact he
just.
didn't die in just one scene.
Oh
Um,
yeah, he killed it at not
Skylar,
killing it.
that's hashtag my young Sean. If you have watched Psych, you know you know. You should watch Psych. I know you have
Never
not.
watched.
Um, Great fucking show. But he's like they always start the show off with the flashbacks, and obviously you can only have the same actor for like 2 seasons at a time because then they are no longer 9 or 10 years old. I think it was like season 5 or 6. Skylar was the young Sean. which is weird because he looks nothing like Sean or like any of the other young Seans. But it's just funny that like now he's my Jimmy Olsen right now. But yeah,
He's perfect.
he was great. Him and Tessmacher,
It's hilarious. Him,
incredible.
he did not like this girl. Like he knows she is crazy.
You said my toes look like somebody dropped shrimp cocktail on the floor.
So he has her
But
name is
everyone loves
Muscle
shrimp cocktail.
Toes.
Yeah.
Muscle Toes. Oh, it's crazy.
Yep. And one of the things too is I remember when they cast Otis as an African American, a lot of people were like, "Oh, so the dumb white guy that's goofy in Superman '78, you now cast as a black guy? That's gonna come back and bite you." And it's like he played the part completely differently, like he was an actual bodyguard this time. He was actually helping Lex.
Well,
he wasn't that goofy.
In
'78.
the prequel novel, he was a little what's the word? Not that fast because he called Mr. Terrific Mr. Wonderful because he couldn't remember his name. But that's in the movie they didn't really portray that. He was more of a bodyguard, main henchman figure.
I mean, in the prequel book to the Batman, he like hangs out in Metropolis, and you don't get any of that in the Batman.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just a book that they probably got like little inserts of the script, maybe, if that, or maybe they just talked to James Gunn about different characters.
That's what I feel like
it was. It's a novel for preteens.
Yeah.
So,
but if you're introducing this is how Kryptonite, he finds his weakness is Kryptonite. You gotta ask James Gunn, like, hey, what do you think of this?
Right.
And he's gotta be like, yeah, that works.
I'm sure it's similar.
Bring
to, like,
him Metallo.
Yeah. He had script approval, without a doubt. But what's that kryptonite stuff called again? It's called kryptonite.
Called kryptonite.
I love that, and the fact that Metamorpho made it with his hands. I don't care that people say it's not comic accurate or whatever the fuck they say. It was a way better way than being like they found it in the Indian Ocean.
Yep.
Didn't know what it was, but all of a sudden Lex knows.
They just found it too. Yeah. Like not even when he arrived.
Right.
Which just found it now.
This Lex knew what kryptonite was and what it could do. Whereas with much of what happens in BVS just happens.
Yeah.
I don't want to get caught up in it because I do appreciate that movie for a lot of it, but a lot of the stuff I just wasn't a fan of, and it is what it is. It's all in the past. I think I enjoy that movie now because I know that's not where we're continuing from.
It's pre-crisis.
That's
how I look at it. It got reset. Barry messed up the universe, and it is what it is. Now we got the Superman, and he is this is my favorite Superman ever. Like
it's awesome. It's easily the best Superman movie of all time. I don't think you can really question it. I mean, Superman '78 for its time. I mean, you're talking the '70s. For its time was a very good movie, but like it wasn't like this. So much has happened in the Superman lore. So much has happened with Superman comics since then. That
he's grown so much.
This to me is the Superman movie for now.
What was that? 47 years later.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see somebody else's take on David Cornswell's Superman. But Gunn's going to be in control of all of that, hopefully, for the next 10 years or so.
I'm thinking he does Brainiac with Supergirl and Superman.
I would love that. I mean, Brainiac was one of the villains he first thought of, but at the same time, like it's like I know they go back to the well every time. With it's a Batman movie, got to have the Joker in it, regardless. I think he was kind of afraid of that, but at the same time, like you're building this new universe. Lex is basically
started with Lex.
Yeah, and he's basically going to be what Loki was to the MCU. Is how I see it. Start small, start with Lex, start with Ultraman, start with the Engineer, and build towards Brainiac. I did not want Brainiac. I wanted hints of Brainiac.
I wanted Brainiac as
interdimensional imp and stuff like that, but like,
yeah, that's awesome.
For me, I was like, I wanted a Lex Luthor that wasn't a real estate agent, like on the big screen.
Did you see how he didn't get knocked out when he got slammed by Superman?
Yeah.
He didn't get knocked out, and I'm like, wow, Smallville's Lex Luthor could never do that.
Yep.
He got right back up.
But that's the other thing too. Is this movie I went with my buddy Finn from Australia. Shout out to that country, great country. Produced Finn, produced Shifu. We love those two guys. But yeah, he's now on like episode 7 of season 1 of Smallville because this movie made him want to go and watch Smallville. Especially because I talked up Rosenbaum's Lex.
I'm
I fucking
so
love
glad I
Rosenbaum's
watched
Lex.
it before.
Oh yeah.
Finished right before the movie came out, like a month before. Perfect timing.
That last episode of Smallville is incredible. Like the bookend of the pilot and the last episode is one of the best bookends. Like the pilot is near perfect, and then the ending is near perfect, which I love. But obviously, it went 10 seasons of 22 episodes a season, so there's a lot of shit in there where you like just kind of gotta be like, all right, that wasn't an 8 out of 10 episode, that was a 5 out of 10, but I'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, we're just going here.
All right, we're at an hour and 10.
Yeah, we've been yapping a lot.
We have been yapping.
We'll probably have another Superman Yap Sesh at some
absolutely.
point.
Once we get the 4Ks in our hands and we can actually write things down to break them down, we will definitely be having a Superman one. We will be doing Peacemaker, hopefully weekly, maybe.
Yeah, if we get
maybe Sunday nights would be a good night for a Peacemaker talk around the same time because the guy at my work lets me go early on Sunday nights. So yeah, maybe we'll do Sunday nights will be our Star Talk, and then we'll figure out what's going on in the fall once I'm done work. Right now it's just been hectic. July and August are not the easiest months for me to do this. Even though it is just getting on with you and yapping, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
we gotta get Zan in here because we definitely gotta get him for when we do it again. Talk about
I was going to ask when you ended, but I'll ask now. What do you think of doing a little quick spoiler-free review? Just like being like, hey, the Superman movie's this, I rate it this, say something, and then just end it there.
Want to go live? Different stream?
Yeah, live, different stream.
Sounds good. We'll hopefully see y'all there. And till next time, peace out, bitches.